This happened over the weekend at the Minnesota State Fair. The IDF was on the trail to rescue 6 Israeli hostages, one who was an American Israeli, but was somewhere between 48 hours or so before the IDF, working through those tunnel systems in Rafah, inside Gaza, was able to get to these 6 hostages. Not only did the Hamas terrorists who were keeping these hostages flee, but they also decided to shoot each one of them in the head to kill all 6. That includes an American citizen. So when Tim Walz is asked this at the Minnesota State Fair, I know he's not in a formal setting. He did not need, I don't expect him to give some entire speech on Israel's conflict post-October 7th with Hamas, but I think he could have said something because he knows that family, because they were at the DNC where he got the vice presidential nomination. But instead, he stares at a reporter and runs away, and then ultimately puts something up, or his staff does, on to X.
What's your reaction to the 6 hostages being found in Gaza?
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so you see right there, he knew what it was said. I don't think the tweet would have gone up later. It looked bad. All it would have taken, I tweeted it out. I think Sean Hannity retweeted it. Well, it was just a simple condemnation of Hamas. And again, a reminder that, Israel has accepted ceasefires and Hamas refuses to. And today, I think it was Biden who came out continuing criticism of Israel, yet it is Israel who continues to accept the ceasefires that Hamas has refused. Every ceasefire proposed to Hamas, they have refused to accept, and Israel has accepted.
That's right, and I think we should play President Joe Biden's this video. This was on the White House lawn. So if you're listening, there's a little bit of that helicopter sound you'll hear in the background. But let's go ahead and play this, because this is the first really we're hearing from him after he was escorted out of the building at the DNC. But this is what President Joe Biden had to say. Bite 2.
Are you planning to present a final hostage deal for both sides this week?
We're very close to that.
What makes you think that this deal will be successful in a way that the other deals were not?
Hope springs eternal.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
Okay, he just says no. Doesn't give us any reasons why no. This is just after, the IDF goes in to rescue hostages and finds them with bullet holes in their heads.
Right.
And it's Israel not doing enough? Maybe they can't wait.
Well, and also, didn't Secretary Blinken go out and praise Israel for agreeing once again to a ceasefire?
That's what I thought.
Just last week?
Yeah.
And that this was Israel has agreed to the ceasefire, but yet Hamas didn't accept it. So once again, that's Israel's fault?
Yeah, I don't know what else they're going to get. What else can they give up at this point in these ceasefires? Every time they agree to a ceasefire, they're giving more and more up, and Hamas is saying no. Now remember, in the middle of this, Hamas has been taken over by its militant wing that we knew was running Hamas for real, because the rest of Hamas was hanging out in Doha until they decided to go to a swearing in Tehran, and that did not. Their lives did not last too much longer after that. Which has been good news, I think, has asserted Israel's role again on the international stage.